Farming gold is an art. It's a skill you learn to master. It's not given to everyone. Only the true committed will succeed.
Hey guys, this is Scully Wally with yet another tutorial. This time we are going to talk about mounts that actually benefit you in some way or another. There are tons and tons of mounts in World of Warcraft, but only very few will actually benefit you in some way or another. So there are 7, at least the ones I think that are worth it, and let's start with it. So the first one we are going to talk about is summoning Chaur. This one here. This is basically really good. Why? Because this mount can be used from level 1. So if you are a new if you are playing on an alt that has no possibility of mounting in one way or another, this mount will do the trick. Yeah. How can you get this mount? Really simple. It's the heirloom mount. Heirloom Hoarder is the achievement called. Heirloom Hoarder. This one here. Collect 35 heirlooms. So this will not be one that you players gonna get really fast, but this should be the first mount you should be able to get if you are somebody that wants to level up a lot of alts. So 35 heirlooms and you will get this one heirloom mount, and it looks like this, guys. Really simple, and it will take you everywhere to Azeroth. It's a ground mount, not a flying mount, but really handy if you are playing on alts from level 1 and the first 10 levels. Mr. Chauffeur here, Franklin Martin, will drive you anywhere you ask. Let's go to the second one. So the second one on this list is a repair mount. Yes, it's the cheap version of another one I'm gonna explain later in this guide, but it's called Reigns of the Traveler's Tundra Mammoth. It's this one here. This one has a vendor that can repair and a normal vendor that cannot repair. So it has 2 vendors on it. What the good thing about this one is you can see the icon here on my right side, just under my mini map, and you see the 2 yellow dots. It says Hakmut of Argus and it says Gnimo. What you can do is you can right click on those dots and then press eject passenger. You can do it with both if you want, and you can actually take 2 buddies with you. Now you have a 3-seated mount, so you can take 2 people with you on this mount if you want to. If you want to resummon the ads that are on here, just leave it and go back on it and they will be back. So it's sold by Mel Francis here. Mel Francis sells it for around 16,000 gold. Like, I'm gonna have it cheaper because I'm a human. I have a racial on that one to get something cheaper. Goblins as well. But and I think there is some rep behind it as well. I think it's normally around, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. On my list it says 16,000 gold, and really handy to start with. There are other options that are way more expensive, but start with this one and it counts toward your 500 mount achievement as well. So the Traveler Thunder's Mammoth is my second choice of best mounts to have that are actually useful. Let's go to number 3, guys. So the next one I'm gonna talk about is the Sandstone Drake. This one here, it turns you into a drake and you're gonna have the option to take a friend or party member with you on his back, and it does fly. Yeah. There are 2 options on obtaining this mount. One of the options is through alchemy. First you need to farm on archaeology the pattern. This will take you hours, days, or even weeks because it's an extremely hard pattern to get, or well, extremely rare to get. If you want to have it really fast, you can buy it from the Auctionhouse, since it is a sellable mount. Many people make a lot of gold with these. Let me see if there are any on the Auctionhouse. I'm most definitely sure there are. There you go. A Vial of the Sands. 39,000 gold. Again, it's a bit high for newer players, but 38,999 gold can be obtained in 2-3 days if you start gold farming a bit. So this is a really handy one if you are playing with friends, and for example you have a new friend with you that doesn't have any flying mounts. You can take him with you, or you want to show him a location, or you want to fly him somewhere. Just buy this mount and you can actually play taxi with him. Okay, so Vial of the Sands is my next pick. Okay, let's go to the next one. So the next one we are going to talk about is the Sky Golem. Why is the Sky Golem so good? First of all, it's a flying mount, and second and foremost, that's why most people use it. You're gonna be able to stay mounted, just like druids do, while herbalism. Why herbing some herbs? Yeah. This one on the auction house costs around 18,000 gold approximately on my server. Check your server for the current prices on your server. But there is a free option as well for this one. So I'm gonna show the next one to you. This is basically 2 mounts I'm gonna cover in this one guide. And it's called the lumber extractor. This one here. The mechanized lumber extractor. So this one does the exact same thing and will not cost you anything. The only thing you're gonna need for this one is the achievement called Toy Box. Toy Box basically will give you this one here, collect 300 toys, and it will give you this mount completely for free. So it will take you some time to get 300 toys, but it will not cost you anything, and it does the exact same thing. It herbs while you can stay on your mount, and you will save up 18,000 gold like a really good and decent gold farmer, not spending gold on something you can get for free in the game. But again, it will take you some time. So the Sky Golem or the mechanized lumber extractor. This is the one I am sitting on at the moment. Okay, let's go to the next one. So the next one I am going to talk about is any form of aquatic mount. An aquatic mount like this one here, the subdued seahorse, is a mount that can be used underwater, like every mount, but it gets the benefit of going way faster. Because your mounts underwater are extremely slow, these ones are extremely fast. Most of these, and I say most, I'm going to give you other options, cannot be used away from water. I'm going to show it to you. Look, I jump, mount goes away because you can't use it. If you want to have other options, there are a few. You can get this one here, the Cryptic Aurolith from A to Zeret. As you can see, I don't have it myself yet, but this one will fly. It's basically a giant squid that you can fly with. Yeah. If you want to have other options, there is an item on the auction house called Strange Goop. You can buy it, go to Zeret Mortis, and just fish up the mount. Be sure that Strange Goop, I'm going to show it to you. Give me 1 second. I'm not going to edit this out. I'm just going to show it straight away. It's going to be way easier than spending me a half an hour of editing everything. I'm going to show it on the auction house how much the value is on that item. Expect it to be a hefty sum. There you go. Let's go, 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 go. So the item you're gonna need to fish up the one in Zeret Mortis is called the Strange Goop. Strange Goop will be this one here. 77,000 gold, but you can fish it up yourself. I'm gonna show you how to fish it up. Well, where to fish it up. Give me 1 second here. Let's go to Shadowlands. We will go to Zeret Mortis, and it can be fished up here in this pool. Over here, where I just put my location. Fish it up here, but you're gonna have to expect that the fish up will take you at least 2-3 hours to fish it up, or over 1,000 costs, because the Strange Goop is actually pretty, that's why hence the price. It's pretty hard to get. Well, not hard, but it's extremely time consuming to get. Yeah, and that one flies as well. So we got several options here. One that only goes underwater, like these can be bought on the auction house, like a Reigns of Poseidus, for example. Reigns of Poseidus. This one here is really cheap, 2,900 gold, and you're gonna be able to skyrocket through the water like you never skyrocketed before. Okay, let's go to the next one. So the next one we are going to talk about basically is the Grand Expedition Aak. This one is a special one. Yeah. First of all, I'm going to show you where to buy it. You will go to Mist of Pandaria. You will go to Kunlai Summit. And then you will go to a city called One Kek. Here. Fly over here and then come over here. Yeah, where you see. This mount will cost you 120,000 gold. Yes, why is it so expensive? You're gonna be able to have a vendor on here to sell and repair, both of them. And the good thing, you're gonna be able to transmog. This one has a transmogrifier aboard. I use this mount. This is the only mount I always have on my action bars. For me, this is the most useful mount besides the Longboy. I don't have the Longboy, but okay. These are the two most useful mounts because I transmog a lot. As you can see, I'm really into transmogging. And this one is the holy grail if you want to be able to transmog on the go and never have to come back to a city, run to a transmogrifier. There is a toy as well, but we're not talking about toys, we are talking about mounts here. So 120,000 gold, Mist of Pandaria in Kunlai Samnit, the location I just previously showed you, for 120,000 gold. Okay, let's go to the next one. So the next one we are going to talk about is the Longboy, the Brutosaur. Yeah, this is the most beloved and most sought after mount because it has been removed from the game, but you can still obtain it in the black market auction house if it's up. This mount originally costed 5 million gold, and yes, trust me, I don't have it myself yet because I was a cheapskate when it came out, and this is the biggest regret in my 19 years of World of Warcraft of not buying this mount, because the only way you're gonna be able to get it is through the black market auction house when it's up. So the vendor is located here, Madame Joya, and click on her. It will open a window with all the available items. And trust me, it will sell for gold cap. Gold cap is 10 million gold, 9,999,999.9999 and many more nines, okay? I'm going to show you fast footage of one here. There you go. This is how the mount looks. Why is it so anticipated? It has a vendor on it, like all the mounts I already showed you previously, but the main thing is it has an auction house vendor aboard. So you can access the auction house from anywhere in the world where you want to. So if you are a gold farmer, you never have to go back to the city. If you have all 7 mounts I showed you here, you basically can stay in the open world without ever having to go back into the city. You have an auction house, you have everything possible at your disposal through these 7 mounts. I hope you like this guide, guys. Let's see you in the next video or stream. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.
Farming gold is an art. It's a skill you learn to master. It's not given to everyone. Only the true committed will succeed.